for college football. And yes, as you know, the field is blue, and it is also electrified because tonight, the Boise State Broncos open another season at Albertson Stadium. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Broncos will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Boise State Broncos offense will get the first possession of the game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man. You just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
At the 40, there he goes. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. He's up to 57 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. The Broncos pick up the 1st down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the San Jose State Spartans offense has the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Using the quick game. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Spartans.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, getting a sack.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell on that pass rush, man, they were coming.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking for a man. It's Landry. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Here on third down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he muffs it. It's loose. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Spartans headed quickly to the line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches now.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Makes the grab over the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll go right back to it. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Floating away. He's going to run it. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Jose State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Makes his connection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quick handoff. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They're setting up the screen. Fights off a defender. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Move the chains with that completion now on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They believe they can run right here. He now has 79 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll immediately call timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Boise to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
And the Broncos will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, looking again to throw. Quick strike complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the marker. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. It's hard to understate how much it's worth to have a guy who can run just enough to pick up a first down, to keep a drive alive, to avoid a negative play.
He's just got enough. Everybody could be covered on a pass play, and he can go and get the first down for you. He can make maybe 1 or 2 guys miss and just stretch the football past the sticks to keep the drive alive. Such a weapon to have on offense.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. The option look. He'll pitch it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Jose State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to
Oh, look out! He's inside the 40, at the 20, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Baylor is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 18 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Now the play fake. Fires complete on the crosser. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Working that left side now. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Spartans are on the move. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Trying to pound their way in. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he missed it. No good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Landry. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Massey. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looking to throw on 3rd. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Spartans want to move quickly.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Trying to get to it. Good timing on the quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quick tempo here for the offense. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Let's it go to the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense set for a first down play. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the 4th quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
The Broncos have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards rushing, in this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Wants to throw on third down. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks it up, still on his feet. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. Caught. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Agbana. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Getting some heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. First down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
And you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.